Hello Flosstube and welcome to my channel. I am Heather, the 20-minute stitcher. Today is Sunday, June 5th, 2002. Thank you so much for coming and spending some of your day with me today, whatever day or evening it is as you watch this. Today is a big day for me. I leave for vacation this afternoon, but I couldn't go without spending some time with my stitchy friends first. So today's video is jam-packed. I'm super excited. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to celebrate my 500 subscribers. Yay! Thank you all. With some giveaways. I have an FFO, I have an FO, I have a WIP. This is like the Flosstube quadfecta here today. So really excited to share all of this. Really brief life update, going on vacation today. So I have to finish packing after this and yeah, should be fun. And what else? It's my parents' 52nd wedding anniversary today. So happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, even though I already told you in person, but like to brag on 52 years together. So congratulations on that. Happy anniversary. And what else? I got a haircut this week, long overdue. I haven't done anything with it today except wash it, but at least it's freshly cut. And what else? I was at the pet emergency Wednesday night with my one cat because I was greatly overreacting. I mean, he needed to see the vet, but it probably didn't need to be the emergency, but I kind of freaked out. He's great now. He's totally fine. He just doesn't like the medicine I have to give him right now. But he's eating again, and that's what matters. So, I guess that's it in terms of life update. Everything else is great. Everything is great. I shouldn't say everything else. Everything is great. The cat is healthy. So life is good. Nothing to complain about. So let's just get into the stitching. So first, my fully finished object, my FFO. I dithered about whether to share this because it's my small for StitchCon. And I didn't want to spoil it for anyone who watches who might be there at Weekend B with me. But then I figured, well, you're not going to see. I'm not going to show how I'm going to wrap it. I'm not going to, and I can always give it to one of my stitchy friends I can engage in some rusing here to throw people off the scent. But so I decided I wanted to share it because I'm really proud of it because it also is the first thing that I have other than like something that fits in a standard off the shelf frame. It's the first thing I've ever finished almost entirely by myself. My mom cut the foam board for me because she's got the fancy machine that does it really easily. So because I'm extra proud of it, I wanted to share it. So this is my small exchange for StitchCon, fully finished on this board that I picked up, I think at Joann's or Michael's. I think I got this one at Michael's. And it is called Stitching Takes Me to a Happy Place. I figured that was apropos for StitchCon. I stitched this on 32 count frost from Bestitch Me with all of the called for colors, 2 strands over 2 threads, so 2 over 2. And this was a companion booklet that came, and I looked at this last night and I didn't write it down. It came with World of Cross Stitch magazine, perhaps? One of the British magazines, one of the UK stitching magazines. This came out of a special companion booklet that came with that. So this is my small exchange. I'm going to find some other fun things to put in with it for StitchCon, but my first FFO in a couple of months. So happy about that. Then I also have a finished object, and I dithered on this. I went back and forth on whether to save a few stitches for StitchCon so that I could finish it and ring the bell. But I felt like I haven't finished anything in a while. I've been having way too much fun getting a whole bunch of new starts going and a few stitches on a project here, my mania, right? All those different projects I worked on, which was great because it was variety and I made some progress on a whole bunch of WIPs, but I didn't finish anything in May like I had been hoping to. So I finally just decided I have a couple of projects really close to being done. So I could finish one and still have something I can finish at StitchCon to ring the bell. So I did finish my I Know God from Lizzie Kate. including getting the buttons on and everything. And of course, I realized this morning, I always forget to sign my pieces. So I'm going to have to go back and add my initials and date to this. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, this is by Lizzie Kate. It's part of her Inspiration Boxer series. It came with this pattern and a pattern for like a pincushion top, which I did not stitch. And the buttons were included in the kit. Well, I shouldn't say kit. It only came with the buttons. The floss and fabric are mine. I stitched this with all the called for DMC conversion flosses, and obviously used the buttons, the little flower buttons that came with it. This is just on a mystery linen, even weave linen, that was in my stash, probably stolen from my mom. So this is done. Yay! Very excited about this. I usually don't go in for colors like this, but I really, really like these colors. I really like how it turned out. So this I'm going to frame and hang on my wall, probably in my entryway. I have a couple of other sort of hanging things that have quotes or reminders that I feel like are good to read as you're heading out the door. So that is my finish. Hooray! All right, I had one new start this week, and it was the only thing I worked on this week other than the finish I just shared with you, and that is the Modern Folk Embroidery Pride Stitch Along, because it is June, it is Pride Month, so I did start that. I had intended to work on it a little more than I did, but I did get it started. And I am stitching the colorful pattern, right? He offered a monochrome version and a Pride flag colors version. So I am stitching the Pride flag colors version because I love all the bright colors. I love how it's going to look. So you can see I have the border started, and then the first motif up in the corner started. I got about like 115 stitches in on this. Not a ton, but sort of one afternoon of sitting and stitching for a little bit. This is the rest of my Frost by Bestitch Me that I am stitching this on. And I already mentioned using the called for DMC, 2 strands over 2 threads. See, I'm trying to be better about telling you guys this stuff because I realize I'm like, look, here's what I stitched. And then I don't tell you anything about it, which, how annoying is that? So that is my start on the Modern Folk Embroidery Pride Stitch Along. I am using my new Nerge hoop on this, and I really like it. Marie at Stitches and Diamonds did not steer us wrong. Not that I thought she did, but this is a very, very nice hoop. I will probably invest in a few more. But this will be great for this pattern. I just have it out of the hoop right now because I am going on vacation. I'm not taking this with me, so I know it's going to be a week or so before I work on this again. So I took it out of the hoop so the fabric could relax a bit. So that is my only WIP. All right, so into the giveaways to celebrate 500 subscribers, which, as I have said before, when I started this channel, I did not even imagine hitting 500 subscribers. So I was really doing this for me to do something I love and share something I love and be part of this amazing community in another way. Sorry, I keep looking off to the side. My one cat has decided to take up residence behind my laptop screen. Oh, wait, now she's moving. And she had just like half of her head poking out the side of my screen, and it was very distracting. Come here, Molly. Will you move, please? Say hi, Molly. Yeah. Can I move you, please? Because you're distracting me. I know. Okay. Bye-bye. She'll probably just jump right back up here because that's what cats do. So anyway, so I wanted to commemorate 500 subscribers in a special way because I'm just blown away that there are 500 people in this world who are interested enough in what I have to say and what I'm stitching to subscribe. So thankful and so grateful. So I went through my stash of patterns that I have that I've either already stitched and don't envision stitching again, don't feel the need to sort of keep for nostalgia's sake, or patterns that I sort of was like, oh, well, maybe my enthusiasm for them has waned perhaps. So I have 3 patterns that I'm giving away. It will probably be a couple of weeks before I get them in the mail. I mean, obviously I'm not going to announce the winners until my next video, but June's kind of a busy month for me, so be patient with me getting them in the mail, please. But obviously, standard Flosstube giveaway rules apply. Please don't use the word giveaway or raffle or anything like that in the comments. Please be sure you're 18 years or older so that I can ask for your address. What else? I guess those are the big things, right? So leave a comment. How about tell me either what you're currently stitching, what you like best about my channel, or what you would like to see me share or talk about that I don't or haven't yet. So I know there's lots of options. So I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it's really any comment at all. But I would love to hear one of those 3 things, or all 3 of them if you're feeling like an overachiever. And then just somewhere in the comment, just put the number 1, 2, or 3, just so I know what you are interested in, or put all 3 of them if you would like to potentially win any of them. Just put the number for the pattern that you're most interested in the comment. And then I will use the random comment generator to pick the winners. So the first giveaway is Hop Squared by Lizzie Kate. This was part of sort of a group of patterns that I received that I really wanted. I think there were 3 of them. 2 of them I really wanted. This was sort of the one that was like, it's cute, but I don't see myself really stitching it. So this is Hop Squared by Lizzie Kate. This is number 1. Okay. And then the other is You Had Me at Meow by Designs by Lisa. This was one I finished earlier this year. Super cute. And this is item number 2. So number 2, You Had Me at Meow by Designs by Lisa. And then the last one, gosh, I've had this pattern for eons, is from Praying Hands. I probably bought it like at Joann's or something. It's Footprints. And this is the picture. So it's the Footprints, I guess, poem. And a pretty sort of seaside motifs around it. And this one I have stitched. I stitched it way back in 1998. That's how long I've had this pattern. So I figured I would try and show. My mom framed it for me. I'm very spoiled by having a custom framer for a mother. But so this is what it looks like finished. I know there's a glare. There's always a glare. But figured I would share that since it was handy. I just plucked it off the wall on my way to my computer. So Footprints is number 3. So don't you dare, cat. That is not for you. So just to recap, Hop Squared by Lizzie Kate is number 1. You Had Me at Meow, Designs by Lisa, is number 2. And then the Praying Hands Footprints is number 3. So again, just leave a comment with either what you're currently stitching, what you like best about my channel, or what you would like to see me add to my videos, either regularly or periodically, that I don't currently do. And then 1, 2, and or 3 for the pattern that you would like to try and win. And thank you all for being part of my journey, for being part of my channel, for being part of my community. I know my comments from my last video, and I have not responded to comments yet this week, but I will get to them. It just might not be until I get back from vacation. It's been a busy week. So last couple of things I wanted to share. I wanted to share my plans for the coming week, which are very simple since I'm going to be on vacation. Also wanted to share, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw the picture already, but I am, in addition to being a cross-stitch junkie and a reading junkie, I am also a planner junkie. I am a list maker. I love a good planner to help me keep organized and to sort of, but I also like my planner to sort of be multiple things. I like to journal. I like to sort of have something I can look back on and see sort of what was going on in my life at any particular time. And what I've struggled with is I've had a planner, but then I've had a separate journal that then I never write in. And and now I'm kind of wanting to keep track of my stitching more closely than I have in the past. And I'm like, I can't have 3 or 4 different notebooks running around because then I won't use any of them. And I used to bullet journal thinking this is great. I could keep everything in one notebook. And it was fine, except it just tended to turn into a big to-do list, right? And with a few other things thrown in there here and there. It wasn't really organized. So I wanted to share. I'm super excited. I stumbled upon one of those Facebook ads one time when a Facebook ad was actually useful and relevant. I stumbled upon an ad for what's called the Amplify Planner. And this is, at first I hesitated because I'm like, I don't want a quarterly planner. I want something that has the whole year in it. But the more I looked at it, the more I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. It's the end of May. I'll buy one. They were discounted. I'll buy one, try it for the month of June. It's June 5th? I'm already sold. So I've actually already purchased my Q3 planner. It's supposed to be arriving while I'm on vacation. But what's really great about this planner is it has a monthly spread, a weekly spread, and a daily spread. And so it is, and in the back it has like 15, 20 pages for notes. So it really meets everything I love about my bullet journal with all the stuff that annoys me about my bullet journal, the things that are missing that I have to either create myself every week or every day. So I'm really excited about it. So I wanted to kind of quickly show you how I'm using it. Because I am using it for my stitching. I'm using it for my work and personal life. And I will be using it, again, I've been really bad this week, for like my journaling as well. So in June, the monthly spread I am using to track my stitching each day. And my floss tubes. So hopefully my floss tubes will be a little more organized as well. So I have written in here what my focus project for the month is. It's going to be the Pride SAL. I'm using these boxes and squares here to just list every pattern I do work on in the month, right? If I don't feel like working on the Pride SAL one day, or I have a day where I have lots of time for stitching, I work on it for a while, I want to pick up something else, I'm just going to make a list up here. And then the little box is, if I finish it, then I'm going to mark that box. And then obviously each day I'm writing what I'm stitching on as well. So on each day, and then I'm writing sort of how many stitches, which is, if I have a digital pattern, that's obviously a lot easier to count my stitches, which is why I didn't count them on Friday, because this was a paper pattern. But then I made a note that I finished it on Saturday. And then this is meant to be a habit tracker, but I'm just using it as another sort of quick visual way to see how frequently I worked on a particular pattern. So I'm really excited about keeping track in here. And then there are what they call freedom boxes over here that you can use for whatever you want. And I am using them to sort of outline my floss tube each week. What do I want to cover? What am I sharing? What am I talking about? So that I hopefully don't ramble like I'm kind of rambling right now. So that is going to be how I use my monthly spread each month. To track all my stitching. And then my weekly spread I'm going to use to journal, which I've not done this week, but I'm going to use this to journal, maybe print out some pictures and tape in here periodically. And then the daily spread is, I'll just show a blank one. Y'all don't care about my work stuff. It's really nice because it has, again, sort of daily habits. If I want to track some of those, it has a grid where I can write in my schedule for the day, work tasks and personal tasks separated, as well as priorities. Some more freedom boxes. So I've been using one to track my reading, what book I'm reading, how many pages I read that day. One to track my food. I'm trying to be more aware of what I eat and eat better. So I'm tracking my food in one box. I haven't figured out what to do with the other boxes yet. And then there's space at the bottom for other notes. So like I had my grocery list written down here the other day. So I'm really excited about this planner. I need to add some fun stickers to it and whatnot. But that is the Amplify planner. I'm super excited about it, so I thought I would share it. All right, last thing for my video this week are my plans for the coming week. As I've mentioned, I'm going on vacation to Disney World, so there's not going to be a whole lot of time for stitching until I return. But I do want to bring some stitching with me. So what I chose to bring, just something super simple, is my JBW Designs of, oh, sorry, that was loud, A Very Merry Spring. Right, so it's super simple. It's one color of floss. So I don't need to be bringing a whole lot with me, just the one floss drop with that color on it, the fabric, a pair of scissors, my needle, this, and I'm good to go. So I'll be bringing this with me on vacation, and we'll probably work on it in the airport a little bit, maybe a little bit in the evenings after my son goes to bed, if I'm not totally gassed as well. So it'll be a light stitching week. It'll probably be a light stitching week. We're not gone the whole week. We get back on Wednesday. But I imagine I'll be doing a lot of laundry and catching up at work on Thursday and Friday. So we'll see. I might not have much stitching to share next weekend. It might be a short video. So that's all I got for you all today. I'm so happy I was able to spend a little bit of time with you before I head out. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye.